The Clarity Act, big disappointment. Is it or isn't it? It doesn't have to be this way. Today, in a special event, I'm going to show you everything that you understood, thought you understood, what you missed, and what comes next with the Clarity Act, XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And then straight after that, a very personal, emotional, real trip down a very important path as I lift up the curtain and I bring onto the show for the very first time my dear special on the Clarity Act. So if you are a member, you'll be notified of that by email. So here we go. The Clarity Act, what it means. Let me ask you something now. The United States Senate Banking Committee just voted to advance the first major crypto legalization legislation, however you want to pronounce it, in American history. XRP, the coin at the center of years of legal war with the SEC, was specifically mentioned in that bill, and the price barely moved. Why? Where do we go next? So either the story is over or the biggest move hasn't even started yet. So today I'm going to go live and I'm going to give you 10 facts backed by what's actually happening on the ground that will tell you exactly which one it is and what comes next. All this information is my own research, all fact checked, all obtained by talking to those at the top. I talk to the banks, I talk to Ripple, I talk to CEOs. This is why I'm always beating the market. I'm in crypto right now. I'm down with it, but I'm still up today. Let me explain all of it, and then right after trolls out. We don't want that. It's very personal. So let's get to this. I'm going to give you 10 facts because the 10th fact, the most important one, that's the one that will change everything. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Get ready for a major event to learn what comes next with the Clarity Act, how you can always win, what it's all about. I will see you right back after this. You've now got a chance to tap the like button, share this out to the world. Make sure that you are in the comments, you swipe across on the comments, and you hype this event. This is going to be massive. This is important. You need to see this. If you're watching later on and you've joined in late, you can skip this part of the event and get straight into the meat and bones. It's now time for the Clarity Act and what comes next, followed by I was declared bankrupt. Let's go. Welcome back to a special this morning, a Clarity Act special, how you win, what is going on, breaking it all down for you. And I apologize earlier when you were watching, this next scene went mute. So I'm going to repeat it and explain what you missed. Here we go. This scene here was muted in the build-up. Right after this event, in just half an hour, there is a special event. It's a members-only event with my mum on the show, my dear mother on the show. I was declared bankrupt. This is essential viewing to help you understand and value money and not do the same thing that I did. And I will explain that with the greatest investor of all time on the show, my dear mother. That comes up in half an hour. You won't want to miss that. It's a members only event. If you'd like to be a member to that, there is the membership links. Only a couple of bucks. We do not want trolls in with my mum on the show, and it's not what it's all about. Okay, it's about helping people, not creating scandal. So join me for that. I'm sorry it was muted earlier on. But right now, we're going to focus on the Clarity Act. What the hell is going on? Exactly as expected. If you watched our show yesterday and the 10 facts, we talked all about this. XRP could be the biggest beneficiary on the day. However, this is what happens. Let me explain why in a deep dive, and then that very personal, very important event for everyone who's a member. You've all been emailed this morning. It's on all social media. That is, I was declared bankrupt with my mother as a special guest on the show. So, welcome back, everybody. If you're new to this channel, this is what it's all about. Cutting through the noise and giving you the real picture on the crypto markets. I'd like you to all tap the like button now. If we can all do that, if we hit 100, it will share it out to many more people, and there's no need to lose. I am coming up to $1 million now from $5,000. Anyone can do what I've done. It's not clever. We just understand how the markets work, and my portfolio is up to date despite all of this. So, what is going on? This channel is all about the facts. We're not sponsored by anyone. We're not obliged by anyone. We do what's right by you. Today, we're doing a deep dive on XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the Crypto Clarity Act vote. What happened? Why is it going down? What comes next? Because the surface level reaction from the crowd was disappointment. But the data underneath that reaction tells a very different story. Let's get into it with fact number one, what you've missed and what you don't understand and what is actually going on. So let's start with fact number one. Fact number one, the market already priced it in. It did. We explained that yesterday. Fact number one, the market has already priced this in. It's priced in the vote to pass. It was expected to pass. If you did your research and followed everything like we do, you knew it was going to pass. Wasn't a big surprise. Here's what most people don't understand about financial markets, and crypto is no different whatsoever. Markets are not reactions. Markets are predictions. This is an essential piece of information. Markets are 6 months ahead. I aim to be 7 months ahead of the economy. That is really important. I'll say that again. Markets are not reactions. Markets are predictions. So by the time the vote happened, traders had already been buying XRP for weeks in anticipation. XRP had already pushed up towards the key 145 level. This was a resistance level heading into the committee meeting. So when the vote passed, the fuel was already burned. This is one of the oldest patterns in all of finance. It's called buy the rumor, sell the news. Okay? Straight after this, we have a special event. I was declared bankrupt, members only, for my dear mother, live on the show. You won't want to miss that one. It is a members event. I'll give you the link to become a member if you'd like to, right after this. Okay. So the people who made the money, they know how this works. Did you? I have. I'm up today. You may be down. They bought before the vote, as I did. The people who bought the day of the vote, they were buying someone else's exit, and they're all losing money today. And most of those people bought on leverage and margin. And now they're going to get margin called. It will go down quicker. Everyone buys back more, and then the real take off. But we'll come on to that in a moment. Does that mean the opportunity is gone? Is it all over? Absolutely not. And I'll explain why in just a moment. Here is now fact number 2. This is not law yet. What you watched yesterday does not put this into law. This vote was not the finish line. It wasn't. It was the starting gun. It was the beginning of everything. And I need you to hear this clearly, because the media coverage badly confused people on this point. They did. Remember, I spoke about this a lot on social media and on the show. I talk about it all the time, and I know because I've done Bloomberg interviews. I know what I'm talking about. The whole thing is staged. Since 2008, when we had the big crash, a lot of investors, CNBC creators, broadcasters, advertisers voted and decided no more predicting crashes. It's not good for advertisement. We want to be on a show that's always positive. They might say the markets are down, it's a good opportunity to buy, but they never say a crash is coming. We do on this show all the time. We tell you how it is. On CNBC, Bloomberg, I don't know why anyone watches it. It's a complete and utter waste of time. Everyone is sponsored. Everyone's a paid influencer, Tom Lee included, and all the news is always corrupt, because at the end of the day, they are there to sell commercials and keep you watching. So it's always an opportunity. It's always a chance to buy. There's always something good about the market crashing, and they'll never say it's going to crash. All right? They're always telling you this is great, opportunity. You always lose money if you listen to Bloomberg and CNBC. I'm always beating the market for 3 years in a row now. I've beaten Warren Buffett, the S&P, hedge fund managers. In fact, not just beaten them, 4x them. 4x them with no options, no shorts, no gambling, no guessing. And that was done by buying the S&P and Coca-Cola at the right time. People say you got to time the market to time the top. I never do. I always sell before the top. The top doesn't exist. It goes on forever. I focus on buying the bottom, and I always get the bottom. And I show you in Discord every day how to do that. Right. So people were confused on this point, and they were. They bought into it with leverage. I didn't. And my Discordians didn't, and my Electrum members didn't on YouTube. The Senate Banking Committee advancing the bill is significant. It's historic, but it is not law. Here's what still has to happen. Full Senate floor vote. House of Representatives approval. Potential amendments. You saw what happened yesterday, which could change the bill entirely. It could change the language. And finally, the president's signature. Each one of those steps is another hurdle, and institutions know it, and they'll trade it, and they'll make money from it. The question is, will you? Big money doesn't bet the farm on almost. They wait for certainty. We have that clarification last night. Last night we covered the Virgin Galactic earnings. It is ridiculously cheap now. If you look at the assets on the books, the rockets they own, all the tickets are sold. A year and a half ahead, sold out the tickets, and yet it's a $200 million business, a rocket company that sold its tickets, because institutions wait for clarity. They wait to know what's happening. They don't gamble and guess. It's a retail stock, and retail aren't buying. How do I know that? Because we represent 95% of the world's retail investors. And last night, we were the only channel on YouTube broadcasting the earnings. Nobody is searching anymore in the retail space for Virgin Galactic. This is what I'm talking about today with crypto and the Clarity Act. All right? Retail is getting tired. Retail is getting margin called. Retail is getting liquidated. Wall Street, They're all just waiting to buy it back and control it. It's not about money or profit for them. It's about control. The real money is made by those that use it, not you that owns it, especially if you buy it into the pump and the news. So institutions, as I do, wait for certainty. And right now, we're still in the almost phase. Which brings me to something you absolutely need to understand, and I hope I can get this through. And it connects directly to fact number 4. So stay with me. Now we're on to fact number 3. Right after this, a members special. My mother on the show, I was declared bankrupt. It's a members special to explain to you how you value money and always win, as I always do. A very personal 60-minute special. I was declared bankrupt. My mum on the show, members only. We do not want trolls and bots in that event, all right? It's not happening. So there you go. Join us for that right after this in 20 minutes. So fact number 3, XRP showed real strength. You might not think it today. You might think, bloody hell, this is bloody awful. Doesn't have to be this way, but it is for now. And that's what's important. Fact number 3, XRP actually showed great strength, incredible strength actually, and most people missed it. Here's the question nobody was asking on the day of the vote. What was happening in the rest of the market? The answer, broader crypto was under pressure. Inflation fears were hitting risk assets. Look what happened today. What did I tell you? Buy the cannon, sell the trumpets, Xi Jinping. We didn't even cover it. We didn't even cover Donald Trump talking to Xi Jinping. We normally cover those things. Why? I'm trying to sort of show you by example, it wasn't important. It was rah-rah and noise. And the one stock that was important, we covered it, and that was USAR, rare earth. You never heard it on the news. We told you that was the real power, not Nvidia, not Tim Cook, not Elon Musk walking around with X, none of that. That was just showboating. And what happened? The markets are down today. No surprise. Who the hell bought that? What we did was buy Coca-Cola because we know where the market's going, not where it is or where it's been. That's why we didn't cover it. I wasn't going to get free views on Donald Trump talking and making stuff up. And so it wasn't important. It wasn't where the money was. It was where the noise was. And we're not interested in the noise because it gets us more views. So the environment is volatile. And it's going to get a lot more volatile as well. September, October, I have predicted a crash. And I'm 100% certain. That's why I've moved nearly all of my money now into treasury bills, where I'm earning about $60 a day to do nothing but to protect my money and keep it safe. So the market is volatile and it's going to get a lot more before the real takeoff happens. XRP, however, held the 140 area. It didn't collapse. It didn't get wrecked. It absorbed the pressure and held. It held its ground. In trading, we have a saying, the asset won't go down in a bad market is the one that explodes. When the market turns good, that's what we're expecting. That is what XRP was doing. And most retail investors completely missed it and simply bought the pump into the event. And now they're out with the money once again. You could have traded it. You could have taken profit. I didn't bother for a reason I'll explain on the members event after this when I explain I was declared bankrupt with my mum live on the show. And it will be a very personal event and explain why I personally didn't sell XRP yesterday. My mum was the greatest investor of all time. And when you hear the stories, you'll realize why and where I learned what I learned. From 17, I was investing with Barclays Bank. So they were looking, the retail investors yesterday were looking for fireworks. They weren't focusing on the fundamentals. They were looking for excitement. Fact number 4, institutions are waiting. They are waiting, very much like me with my T-bills and my regular deposits on Coca-Cola earning me those dividends. I'm not dollar cost averaging. I don't believe in it. It's rubbish. Mathematically, it's pointless. I simply buy with conviction. I buy when the value is right and I wait. And when I'm ready to go, I buy all in and I take over. That's what I do. In my own little way, of course. Fact number 4, the institutions haven't even arrived yet. Oh, yes, they have. There's ETFs. You'll see people on social media, on X, telling you all sorts of nonsense. They're all sponsored. I'm sponsored by no one. I turn it down every day. 30, 40, 50. This morning, $60,000 to sponsor the show. You cannot buy my voice. It's impossible. People have tried. It will never work. You cannot sponsor this show. I tell you how it is directly from the sources. I speak to Ripple. I speak to the banks. I speak to the CEOs. And I share with what I have, even a White House press room contact. And we're winning every day. You've seen me do it. Beat the market for 3 years in a row. So they'll tell you institutions are in. They're not. The amount they're in is insignificant. You don't understand because you're focusing on price, profit. That's not their world. Institutions, and I know because I speak to them, it's about power and control. You have none, they have it all. If you understand that, you join them and play their game and you will win. Act as an institution. Follow the money. Surround yourself by winners. Surround yourself by people that actually understand money, not your mate down the pub who thinks it's great to buy crypto because you're going to get rich in 5 minutes. When I started 5 years ago with $5,000, we're now over 700 grand. You've seen it live on the show. I'm happily share it with you later as well. No options, no shorts, no guessing, no gambling. Going to be $1 million in around about 2 years. Unbelievable, right? Well, it's happened and it's happening live on the show. So don't believe what you hear on social media. Institutions haven't arrived yet. Oh, yes, they have. No, they haven't. And that is the entire point of what we're talking about right now. I want you to think about this carefully. When we talk about institutional wave in crypto, we're not talking about a hedge fund traders making a quick bet. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about pension funds. Auntie Doris down the road, who's never heard of Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Zebek, whatever it might be. She starts buying every month. She starts buying like she buys the S&P. I have stated, and I'll state it again, crypto will eventually be at the top of the S&P like Apple, but it is not this day. But it will happen. So Auntie Doris, Granny Smith, they will be buying, that made me think of an apple. I like Granny Smith's apples. They will be buying Bitcoin, XRP without even knowing it. That's the real power of institutional investment. Asset managers, banks, sovereign wealth, none of that has happened yet. These entities have compliance departments, legal teams. They cannot allocate capital to an asset until there is permanent, federal, legal, codified classification. We don't have that. What we have is a bunch of retail investors thinking they're going to get rich. They've been sat in crypto for the last few years, going nowhere. Those that bought crypto at the beginning, they tell everybody, oh, you can get rich. Look at me. I'm up 1,000,000%. I bought Bitcoin at 1 cent. I bought XRP at 0.0001 cent. That doesn't exist anymore. Most people who had that money are out of the market. We're in a different world. That was the gold rush. That was the moment when everybody arrived in California and started shooting each other, running around trying to dig up the gold. The man who made the money, who's now Macy's, that man sold the shovels. That's where we are today. Different world. People still live in that world. Oh, I bought a pizza for 3 Bitcoin. That's not how it is anymore. You're not going to get rich overnight. Most crypto will go to zero. But the banks, the institutions, those that use it will make money. People who understand that will make real life-changing money. But over time, gradually and carefully. And let me show you, because I'm sure some of you are new to the channel. You might want to watch. This is my real money, my real positions. There you go. $5,000. I'm now at 728. You wouldn't even know crypto has gone down today, would you? I own $45,000. It doesn't even register on my portfolio. Okay? I'm always making money. And the real money is going where the real money always goes. With who controls it. You don't. Understand it. You can all make money so flipping easy. I keep telling everybody, it's so easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. But unfortunately, my Discordians, those that are on my show every day, who follow our training courses, all that stuff on Discord, our Electrum members, they're always winning. You ask them in the chat. They'll tell you all the trades have won. We've beaten the market consecutively for 3 years. But the bigger audience, those that look at social media and all that kind of nonsense, they're always losing and wondering why I'm always losing. Well, if you want to know about always winning and not always losing, my dear mother, live on the show in about 15 minutes. I was declared bankrupt. Learn real value. It's a members-only event. If you want to be a member, membership is in the chat. We're not having this show go to the public. This is a private event for members only. It's only a couple of bucks. This will teach you all about real value, how to achieve a perfect credit score, how to and why bankruptcy will teach you a lesson, and how to value money, and you'll always win after that. All right? Okay. So what we heard yesterday was simply a committee vote, no more. That doesn't clear their legal threshold. But the day the president signs that bill into law, that will change everything. And of course, we will cover it live. I don't know if you know this or not, but yesterday we were #1 in the world, above CNBC, Bloomberg. We were right equal last night. In fact, at some point we were ahead of CoinDesk. We beat every other crypto bro on YouTube. There's a reason why 13% of ladies watch our show, 1% watch theirs. We were #1 in the world for the search term Clarity Act. #1. If you saw it last night, you would have realized something like 70,000 people watched our event. It was incredible. More and more people want the real information. They're tired of listening to sponsored shows, tired of listening to Bloomberg and CNBC and go, this guy's always winning. I didn't like him at first, but he's always winning and all his members are winning and everyone's a member. What the hell am I doing? Well, that's why we're growing the way we are. And now, because of it, Discord is shut down today. No one can join today. It was sold out yesterday. Can't get anybody in because we provide one-on-one service. If you want to get in a waiting list, there is Discord. It's only a couple of bucks. I give it to you for free. But I can't let anybody else in today because I'm one-on-one onboarding everybody, and that's it. So if you want to join the queue, you can. All right? Anyway. So now XRP sits inside a legal framework that their lawyers can sign off on. We're not there yet. It will come when Trump signs the bill. The institutions are watching. They are preparing. They haven't moved yet. They haven't moved a damn. And that is where the real opportunity lives. Now, you could look at XRP today or Bitcoin today. Let me just show you on the screen. And you could consider, you can see I'm up on all of it, you see? I'm green on everything all the time. We could buy some more XRP because you now know the vote got passed. But that would be stupid because we already knew the vote would get passed. I'm not going to unbalance my portfolio and go overweight. I've got enough to make me all the money I need. I'm not going to be silly. I'm not going to buy momentum. I will buy, however, and I will double and triple and quadruple my XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. I haven't got any Doge, by the way. That's just dust. Can't get rid of it. Okay. I wish I could, but I can't. All right. I won some once and I just can't get rid of it. It's a pain in the bloody ass. Anyway, XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. I'll spend up to $500,000 if it goes to the right price. Of course, I'm not going to share the right price with you here. We don't want to be front run. We're not trying to get clicks. That's for my Discordians. That's for my Electrum members. But I'm ready to do that. And there's a very good chance I'll be able to do that. Okay? We're not doing it yet. Right now, we're building money the real way with real assets that actually make money and cash flow. Okay? And that is what we're doing at the moment. Okay? And I'll share with you my position right now. Here you go. Look, here's my real position. SGov, I've got 172,000. This is just a brokerage account. You can start to double up these numbers. I've got an ISA in the UK on Robinhood as well. I share that with you. I've also got my Roth IRA as well. Same strategy, same principles. I just share it across the different platforms to fill them all up, right? But everything's here on Robinhood. You see everything, okay? And Coca-Cola is my biggest position here at the moment. As you can see, I've got 105,000. Just in this, got another 60,000 on the ISA, got another sort of 50,000 on the Roth. So nearly $250,000 of Coca-Cola. That is why I told you it's going to $90, and it is. And I said the S&P would go down on Xi Jinping, and it has. I mean, you're looking right at it right there. There's a big crash coming. There's no question about it. I've got no issue about that whatsoever. And a carry trade unwind, and it won't benefit XRP like the scammers will tell you. All right. So here is fact number 5. XRP already won a major battle. Fact number 5, they've already won. Regulatory victory. And most investors forgot about it. It's already done. And they forgot, oh, we got a new member to the Extra channel. Thank you, Raymond. You now get 24 hours a day live stream of what you just missed in 76 countries. People tuning in different times of the day. So you don't have to miss anything. You can watch it live. It's a repeat from what you've just seen, but it replays with live chat. Okay. And now you can engage in it for 99 cents. It just keeps the bots out. So earlier this year, we already won. The SEC and the CFTC jointly classified XRP as a digital commodity. We'd already done it. Let that sink in a moment. The two most powerful financial regulators in American history, the agencies which did it, had been fighting XRP in court for years, jointly said this is a commodity. That means part of the clarity trade already happened. Do you understand that? It's important, right? When everybody went, I mean, those bloody scammers down the road from me, who literally down in Dallas, will charge you thousands of dollars to let them custodian your money. Why the hell you'd pay someone to do what you can do yourself for free is just beyond me, right? But people do. They believe, oh, he's amazing. They're bloody idiots. Awful people. Self. Who the hell needs another Ferrari? I don't even have a car. I don't want a car. I just work on YouTube and build the most honest channel in the world. That's what I do. Nothing else. I don't spend anything. All right? Anyway, that's already happened. So what was you expecting yesterday? The people who were paying attention positioned early. We bought XRP at 38 cents. Okay? What the Clarity Act is doing now is making that classification permanent. That's all. Written into law, unchangeable by the next administration. That's important. Or the next SEC chair. That's important. That distinction from regulatory decision to legislative law is enormous. And it's why this story is far from over. Fact number 6. In a few moments, we're going to go. My mum's on the show, special guest. I was declared bankrupt. I personally. And I'll explain it all in a members-only event right after this. And once you hear this, you'll never lose again. All right? That's a guarantee. All right? I've never lost since. Fact number 6. ETF inflows are growing quietly, very quietly, strategically, so you don't notice. While everyone was distracted by the price, smart money was quietly flowing in. XRP ETFs just recorded their biggest single inflow day since January. Who the hell is mentioning that on social media? No one. Nobody at all. It's pump and dump and money and tickers and buy the average and dollar cost average and go to the moon and silly memes. You find this stuff out by talking to the banks, talking to Ripple, talking to Robinhood. That's what I do, and I share it with you. Since January, tens of millions of dollars moving into XRP related funds quietly. And I mean quietly, strategically, without headlines. No one wants to tell you that. And now, because I'm always winning and we have whales who watch our show, we have some whales who donate to memberships to you. We have whales inside our Discord. We have whales who are members. We don't tell you our trade live on the show unless I'm making it live and it already happened. Okay? We don't put it on social media. We don't go, look at me, I'm buying XRP today at $4, I'm up $5, I'm this and that and the other. We don't do it. We don't want the clicks. We don't need the clicks. It's why today my Discord is closed for new members. I'm not selling memberships. I'm not trying to sell you merchandise. It's closed today because I can't provide the maximum service one-on-one, which I do to everyone, until I've dealt with the people I've got to deal with. And then I'll bring in a few more people. That's it. There's a difference, right? We're not sponsored either. No headlines. You won't see it anywhere. This is how institutional accumulation actually works. It doesn't announce itself. The idiots on social media, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. Nonsense, rubbish, pointless, selfish, waste of space. It doesn't ring a bell. It just happens slowly, steadily, until one day the price moves violently and everyone asks, what the bloody hell happened there? Well, we're telling you right now what the bloody hell is going to happen, and I am going to benefit from it. Most investors, retail, will not. So what the bloody hell happened is the question. What happened was they were buying while you were watching the price and complaining. History shows this pattern over and over and over and over again. The Bitcoin into ETF inflows began quietly. Then they accelerated. Then the price followed. Watch the flows, not just the price. Fact number 7. We're going to go on to our special members only event in just a few minutes. It will take you directly there. I was declared bankrupt. You don't want to miss it. If you really want to understand behind the scenes, what makes money, how you can always win, and learn from the greatest investor of all time. No question, my mother. Fact number 7, the real breakout level is still ahead. Fact number 7, technical breakout level that every serious analyst is watching hasn't been broken yet. The zone, 150 to 157. Now we're giving you some technicals now, which we also support, of course, on our newsletter. Sensei is an amazing technical analyst. He's been just doing a credible job. Our newsletter is ranked number 2 on the bestseller list. He talks on Michael Burry. If you want the newsletter, there is the link in the chat. We're giving you a discount. All Discordians get it at the best price anyway. XRP has hit that resistance level multiple times, and every single time it's pulled back. That's exactly normal. Assets don't break resistance on the first attempt or the second, sometimes not even the third. But here's what matters. Every attempt builds pressure. Every rejection is followed by a higher low. And when that level finally breaks and it holds as support, momentum traders, algorithms, and institutions all enter at exactly the same time. That's when you get the explosive move that people came out of nowhere. That's what it looks like. People say it came out of nowhere. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It's preparing right now. It didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of months of setup, years of work, years of preparation, which is why after 5 years from $5,000, I'm approaching $1 million with no options, no guessing, no gambling. Tap the like button if you want to consider subscribing and be part of our family as well. All right, let's go. We may be in that setup right now. Not we may be, we are in that setup right now. That's why I'm in. If I didn't think it was going to go up, I don't need crypto. I can beat the market. I can make more money than crypto right now, because if you've spent 10 years or the last 3 years going sideways or going down, you've missed out on an amazing run on the market. I've outperformed the market for 3 years in a row. If you wait 10 years for XRP to go to $3, I'll outperform you just by owning Coca-Cola, by buying the right time, as I always do, and I can sleep at night, and I'm definitely going to do it. You might do it. I definitely will. All right. Fact number 8, timeline is everything. People say you can't time the market. Yes, you can. I buy the bottom all the time. I teach it every day on Discord. We always do it. I don't ever care about the top. Let everybody else worry about that. Focus on the hard stuff. Buy the bottom. Here we go. Focus on the timing. Fact number 8, the speed of the legislative process matters more than almost anything else right now. Markets hate uncertainty. It's what it's all about. And they especially hate slow uncertainty. If Congress moves quickly, Senate vote, House approval, presidential signature in the coming months, then the institutional timeline accelerates. Crypto funds can begin legal allocation. ETF inflows intensify and price follows. But if this drags on, if amendments delay things, if political noise slows the process, the market gets impatient, traders move on, capital rotates everywhere. And I have a very specific trade. If you follow me on Discord, I rotate all the time from the S&P to Coca-Cola and beat the market by doing that all the time. I do it all the time on Electrum and on Discord. So here's what you should be watching. This is what you should be focusing on right now. Not just the vote, not just the price. Watch the pace of the legislative calendar. Watch the committee statements. Watch the floor scheduling. Because when the timeline compresses and momentum aligns, that's when crypto moves violently. And XRP, given its position in this bill, could move faster than almost everything else. This is why I'm in XRP. People will talk nonsense and say all kinds of stupid stuff about it. I don't care. They're just idiots. I'm not being funny. The education level around the world now is extremely low, particularly in the West. American intelligence education levels is getting lower. It's not getting advanced. There are other countries in the world way advanced, way higher in education. Education is getting worse. More people are relying on social media posts to educate themselves. It's the biggest problem. But it's also the biggest opportunity for those that study. When we do the earnings calls, smart people tune in. Everybody else is down the pub asking their mate, when's the next pump going to happen? The hard stuff, the boring stuff. But you know what? It's not boring. Making money consistently, beating the market consistently, I don't find boring. I actually quite enjoy it. Hard work is good. I like to work hard. Fact number 9, XRP has more upside leverage than Bitcoin. Let me explain that. Fact number 9, XRP may have more upside from regulatory clarity than Bitcoin or Ethereum. And here's exactly why. Understand this. Bitcoin already has broad institutional acceptance. Important, right? It has ETFs. It has corporate treasury holdings. It has a clear narrative. The regulatory uncertainty of Bitcoin is largely resolved. Ethereum is moving in the same direction. I know, I've spoken to the banks. I've spoken to Robinhood. They're using it. Robinhood's network is basically the Ethereum network. What's it called? The exchange down the road from me in Dallas being built on the Ethereum network. All of this stuff is basically already solved. Institution adoption is already happening, but very different in the world of XRP. XRP spent years under a cloud of regulatory war, years where institutions legally could not touch it, years where major exchanges delisted it, years where the price was artificially suppressed by uncertainty. That means when full clarity finally arrives and the legal handcuffs come off, XRP undergoes something the others don't have to. A complete institutional re-evaluation. From scratch, it's not just growth, it's a repricing. From legally uncertain to federally recognized digital commodity, that is a fundamentally re-rating of the asset. And re-ratings, historically, are where the biggest gains happen. Fact number 10, we are there. here we go. And now we're about to go into my special members only event. If you'd like to join me, it happens in a few minutes. Members only. This live stream will take you directly there. I was declared bankrupt, my mum on the show, the whole thing, explain it all so you can start to value money and always win. To hear from the greatest investor of all time. No question. My mum, performance-wise, she beat everyone. Everyone. Bloody Midas, Davy Crockett, I don't care. Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, the flipping King of England. It doesn't matter. My mum beat them all, and I'll explain why that's important for you to understand. And a very personal story about being declared bankrupt. And I told you this one was going to be different. Fact number 10, I said it was the biggest one and most important, so here it comes. The biggest moves in crypto history, almost without exemption, happened after the crowd gave up. We're at that point now. Retail is getting bored. They're not searching it for the same way. YouTube is even changing. Crypto bros being delisted, getting less views. We ranked #1 in the world yesterday. We're not a crypto channel. We're an investment channel. We're not a crypto bro channel. Crypto bro channels have 1% ladies. We have 13% watching us. We talk about the S&P, Coca-Cola. We cover earnings. We also cover crypto. Bros, these things all changing. Even YouTube's infrastructure around YouTube channels have changed. You got to provide value. You got to be genuine. You got to be authentic. You got to be live. That's what we do. That's why we have the verification tick from YouTube. Genuine and authentic. Big deal in the crypto space, right? Okay. The crowd is giving up. Speculative rocket companies. Virgin Galactic last night. We were the only channel covering it. We were #1 because we were the only channel covering it. Incredible, right? We have got enough investors on our show to buy the whole of Virgin Galactic if we wanted to. That's literally a fact. The retail investors I know, we could buy the whole company tomorrow. 200 million market cap. We got that covered with the people that we know. So here we go. They've given up after frustration. It's exactly what you're supposed to do. After sideways movement. After me banging on for years saying you could have made more money in the S&P. It's not why I'm telling you. I'm telling you it's the truth because I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm not trying to get you to sell your XRP. I bloody own it. I couldn't care less what you do with it. Disappointment after disappointment. After the headline said crypto is dead and retail investors walked away right now. A lot of XRP holders expected instant moon action. I can't stand that silly phrase. That was made up by that bloody idiot. Remember him, BitBoy? An absolute bloody idiot. Worked at Pizza Hut, got a little bit famous on YouTube. It's not fame. Fame is when people travel the world to see you. I know, I'm the world piano man. Bought tickets to go and see you somewhere. Not watch YouTube. You sat on the toilet. It's whether YouTube show you or not. If YouTube like this show today, they'll show millions of people while you're sat on the toilet. That's not fame. That's, wow, how lucky and privileged am I? That's what that is. But people like BitBoy, those bloody idiots, and a lot of these crypto bros, they get famous. They're not famous. They just got people watching them sat on the toilet. They don't care. They don't show up. They're not your members. They just want to be told when you're going to buy XRP because they think if they join your silly fan club, they'll make money. It doesn't work. It's pointless. It's not what we do. So anyway, a moon action. Who the hell made that up anyway? We made up our own phrase, standing on the moon, not going to the bloody moon. What a bloody ridiculous state that one is. You get there and there's nothing there anyway. Anyway, they expected the vote to pass and the price to explode. Well, the vote did pass and the price didn't explode. Could have done. We explained why it could have done yesterday. Anyway, they got hesitation. They got all in. They bought with margin. Now they're out of the money again. Giving up again. Sideways movement. A community starting to ask, did we get played? Yeah, you did. If you watch Reddit, if you go on Reddit, if you go on X, if you follow crypto channels, you got played because all those silly individuals just want you to watch so they can sell you nonsense. Why do you think this guy down the road in Dallas charges you $2,000 to custodian your money? He makes money. Who the hell cares about money? It's about building community. I don't want your money. That's why I give you my Discord for $2. That's why I go live all day. That's why I'm not even selling the Discord today, because I've got to provide one-on-one service. Stop losing money. Don't pay any money to anybody to tell you something. You can watch this for free, okay? So historically, that is exactly the environment where major players move in quietly. They come in quietly. Think about where we are actually right now. XRP is being discussed in Congress at a federally recognized digital commodity. ETF inflows are growing. The SEC has backed off. The legal war is over. Institutions are circling. The technical setup is building pressure at key resistance. None of that existed 3 years ago. Not even close. The landscape has fundamentally changed. And the people who understand that, and those who stay patient while the crowd gets impatient, remember we talk about it. The stock market is a transference of wealth from the impatient to the patient. Stock market is a voting machine, not a weighing machine. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Very important that. All right? Impatient people are usually the ones who are still holding when the real move happens. This is the most important fact of all. Get ready for it. So I'm going to wrap this up now and send you all over to my members only event. So let me bring it all together for you as I go over to this special event. Now, this is my members only event. I was declared bankrupt. My mum on the show, the greatest investor of all time. And I'm going to show you how you always win. Okay? And in a very personal event, which will be just members only. The vote disappointed because it was already priced in. Because institutions are waiting for the full law. Because the technical breakout hasn't happened yet. But underneath that surface, ETF inflows are growing. XRP is holding strength in a weak market. Now, Donald Trump will tell you, of course, that the market is booming. Everything is amazing. Everything is amazing. Let me show you what I mean. If we go to the S&P right now, the President of the United States will say the market is brilliant. It's amazing. We're beating the market. It's amazing. Let's have a look at it. Year to date, 8%. Rubbish. Average year, not booming. Nothing amazing. However, those that bought the dip have made a ton of money. Insiders knew exactly what was going to happen, have made a ton of money. A lot of people have made a ton of money. So what could you really do this year just by buying the S&P? Could you beat the market this year? Could you beat Buffett this year? Could you beat Trump this year? Could you beat crypto bros this year? Yes. Yes, let me show you. Real money, real time, live on the show. Look at that there. There's the S&P 500, up 8% this year. 8%. Donald Trump says it's an amazing year. It's rubbish. Nothing great about it. Let me show you what I have done in 1 year. Let me go to my stocks and shares. No crypto, there's just stocks and shares. No options, no shorts, no guessing, no gambling. Boom. Year to date, what does that say? 27%. 8, 16, 28, 16, 24. 3.5 times the market. Didn't guess, just bought with value, bought with conviction. And I'm going to explain all of that in a minute as I explain why and how I was declared bankrupt and how my mum's the greatest investor of all time. All right? And I'll show you in a minute. She outperformed everyone. And I mean, from Midas to the bloody emperor of United Kingdom. I mean, we're talking every bloody body. All right? So there you go. There's what you can do by buying value. Focus what comes next. You don't know what you don't know. You think you know, you follow social media. Unfortunately, the social media is making people soft. More and more people every day are focusing on the wrong thing. They are focusing on noise. They're focusing on idiots. And remember, and I'm going to say this with the most honest I can, and I know my Discordians know this, and I know my Electrum members know this, but the rest of the world that's watching for the first time will say Martyn is a liar, a scammer, a big head, arrogant dick, whatever you want. I don't care. Actually, I do care. I put on a bit of a performance. I get very upset about it, if I'm honest. But let me tell you why you say that. And I'm okay with it, but I'm not. But I have to say that. The reason why you think that is it goes back to when I started producing One Night in Vegas. I toured all over the world with the biggest stars in the world.
I can't believe
we got another new member. Bloody hell, we've got loads of members today.
12 has become a member.
Thank you very much. I called up the biggest theatres on the planet when I was a nobody and said, I'm going to provide you the best Vegas show you've ever seen. They thought I was an arrogant idiot. All right? Said, I will cover all the costs. Okay, then, fair enough. Fair enough. If you're going to cover the cost, you can hire our theatre, mate. No problem at all. I got the job done. For 8 years, I toured the world with it, right? I delivered it. And then the biggest business people in the planet, Mark Cuban, one of the sharks who I played in his house. So I did all these things around the world, turned round to me and said, let me just hear this.
A Defense 89 tipped $2 through Super Chat. Martyn told me to buy the dip and I'm so glad I did.
You're welcome, mate. Thank you very much. That's very kind. The Super Chat helps promote the channel as well. Thank you. But Mark Cuban said, Martyn, be the best of yourself and you'll always win. Just focus on being who you are. Not the noise. Don't even listen. Don't even watch it. All right? Focus. Oh, we're giving away memberships. 5 memberships. 5 memberships. If you're in the chat right now, if you're engaging, if you're tapping the like button, if you're subscribing, you can win a membership. You're being given one by one of our members. All right, that's very kind, 1970. And happy birthday. It's still the birthday week, right? We're still celebrating. But people said when they first met me, these big theatre managers said, I thought you were arrogant, but now I realise you haven't got time for nonsense and bullshit. You want to book the theatre. You want to be successful, you did it. And now we know what you are is committed with passion. So the same thing on YouTube. When I started this, all right, some people didn't like it. They turned off.
This.
I don't want to watch this anymore. This guy's a scammer. This guy's this. No, I'm not. Everything I've ever said is fact-checked, live, unedited, live in front of you. Don't delete anything. Don't edit anything. It's all put out for you, right? And everything I've said has happened. Everything I do, it happens. I say what I do what I say. And I know it comes across sometimes as arrogant or big-headed. I
can't believe this.
I ain't got time to mess around. Right? I ain't got time to win your trust. I earn your trust by doing it. Every day, by showing up and doing it. Another new member, thank you. That's what I do. And I prove it by saying I don't want you to send me. I don't want to custodian your money.
This.
Another new member, thank you. I don't want you to join custodian your money. I'll give you my membership for a couple of bucks. Take out the tax, take out the bloody commission to Discord. I'm giving it to you. I could sell it for whatever I wanted, $1,000 and get it, but I don't. So please understand, I'm here with the best intentions in the world. I've genuinely done everything I've ever wanted to do. Everything. This is my final thing. I'd like to grow the best YouTube channel in the world by being the only channel who shares everything, who won't take any money from anyone, sponsored by anyone. If anybody watching this wants to sponsor me, and you have a business, and you want to give things to my audience, you can do that. So if you are Coca-Cola and you want to give the audience cans of Coke, if you're a holiday company, you want to give holidays, let me know. We'll put it in Discord. All my Discord members can buy it for free with free coins they win for free. There you go. How about that? You don't need to pay me 50 grand. I don't want the money. And it's not because I'm rich. Let me show you how much money I actually have in the whole world. In the whole world. That. Now, to some people, I'm rich. To most of my audience, I'm probably poor. I'm 57 years of age, and that is my entire net worth, everything I have. Okay? That's it. But I don't buy anything. I don't go anywhere. I don't drink, don't smoke, don't take holidays, don't buy stuff. I just work. I like to work, and I want to build the best channel in the world. So I'm happy. So I'm not doing it to get advertisement. I'm not doing it for clicks. I'm not doing it for corporate sponsorship. I'm not doing it to become famous. I've toured with the biggest stars in the world for like 40 years. I just want to do something I'm proud of. And that's it. So if you want to know a bit more about it, want to know about being bankrupt, you want to hear from the greatest investor of all time, it's a members-only event. It happens right now You don't want to miss this. And there it is. Live, unedited, unscripted, different lighting. I'm turning all the lights up. Going to sit here, completely different, take off the jacket, talk to you, bring on my mum onto the show once in a lifetime, tell you all about it, and that's it. Join me, don't join me, it's up to you. But I promise you one thing. If you watch this event, right, you'll understand and you'll never lose again. You'll understand the real value of what you have, what you don't have, how to make money from what you have, how to invest, even if you only have $1. And I mean that most sincerely. So it's now time for that event. Thank you very much indeed, everyone who tuned in. Hope you all tap the like button. Hope you consider subscribing to the channel. Did we get any subscribers this morning? Let's have a quick look. Let's go down here and have a quick look. Did we get any subscribers this morning? Ethereum's all going down the toilet. Yep, everything keeps selling off, but we're not bothered. And not because of the reason, I'm just holding. No, we've been selling. We've been making money. We're just not selling today. Let's have a quick look. 114,727. Wow, look at that. Amazing. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate you all. Right. Where's my button gone? There we go. Right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's the members event. It will take you directly there. I'm going to give you the link as well. Let me put this in the chat. Did I already put it in the chat? No. Put the chat now. Here we go. There you go. Let me pin that to the top. That's where we're going now. And replace the pin. Now, membership, if you want to join me, is a couple of bucks. $2.99 if you do it on a browser. It's the same price for 5 years. It's never gone up, never will go up. No inflation. Gets cheaper every year. Gets 4% cheaper every single year. I mean, it never goes up. Never will go up. In 20 years, it will still be $4.99. I focus on just providing value, not how much more I can charge, how much more I can increase the profit, I can up the price. It's $2. That's it. Never go up. If you value that and you want to know something really important, join me on the membership. And members only as well. Next week, all the members, you got CEO interviews. It's actually. I shouldn't say this really because it sounds a bit rude, but I don't. I do care, but I don't. Right? I'm going to tell you the truth. If you don't become a member to watch this, you're a bit stupid. Well, that's a bit rude. Why are you saying that? Well, you're watching an investment channel to make money. And the most important information I've ever given you is $2. And I don't care. I don't need the $2, but it's the only way of making it members only, right? And next week, you get to speak to the CEOs of the company you're buying in a members only event. Why is everyone not a member? I don't know why I don't have 114,000 members, quite honestly. I don't. That's the God's honest truth. Anyway, there you go. A bit rude, but it's true though, isn't it? You can talk to a CEO directly live on the show and it's not worth $2. I'm not doing that as a sales pitch. I'm just telling you how stupid people will be. You'll go out today and you'll buy a Starbucks for $5 and you've just lost $5. I'm not telling you to get you to buy it. It doesn't make no difference to me. But that's the truth. Think about it. It's crazy, right? Why haven't I got 114,000 members? Anyway, that's it from me. I'm going to go there right now. You've all got the link, and I'm going to show you all about it. I'm going to change the set, turn the lights up, get my mum on the show, and enjoy it. Hope you'll all enjoy it. I'll see you back later on. After that, I'll be on Discord for our on-stage event. We're going to get prepared for some major trading this weekend. Can't tell you what it is, but we're going to do some major trading this weekend. I will share, of course, on Electrum, my YouTube members, and, of course, on Discord for our one-on-one support later on this morning in about an hour's time after this special members event. All right, that's it from me.
I can't believe this.
Did I pin it to the top?
At Carandia's 8,403 has
Let me
become
end the
a
poll.
member.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Yes, there it is. I'll pin it in again. Right, that's it. I'm out of here. Thank you ever so much indeed. How many people were watching on the phones today? 35 people were on the phones today. If you're on the phone, click on the icon, join the main show, and because this event coming up is not on the phones. It's private. It's members only. Yeah, mental, innit?
A Defense 89 tipped $2 through Super Chat. People buy hockey match tickets for $5,000.
Yeah, think about that. You wouldn't spend that in a lifetime of membership. And if you're a lifetime member on this channel, not because of me, I just want to be absolutely clear, but the people that you can speak to and the people you can listen to as members, you can buy 1 million hockey tickets. Anyway, people won't listen. That's it from me. I'll see you back in a minute for our special event. Stay where you are. It'll take you directly there. And only Electrum get the trades. That is right. That's absolutely correct. Right. I'll see you back in a bit. I love you all. See you on Discord in about an hour. It'll take you directly there, but if you're not a member, you can't see it. For those who want to see it, I'll be there shortly. Take care of yourselves. I'll be live in about 10 minutes. Just got to change my suit and get my mum on. All right. See you in a minute. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye for now.